Welcome to Talks and Views. In this video we will discuss eUCP version 2.1, Article E1. If you are new to our channel, request you to like, share and subscribe to Talks and Views for trade finance, compliance, blockchain and supply chain related contents. Let's dive into the video now.
Before learning the detailed rules, we need to understand what eUCP is, when it applies, and why it exists. Think of UCP 600 as the rulebook for paper documents. Think of eUCP as an additional rulebook that allows banks and traders to use electronic documents such as PDF invoices, electronic bills of lading, electronic insurance certificates and other digital records. Remember one important point. eUCP does not replace UCP 600. It only supplements UCP 600 whenever electronic records are involved. Now let's understand one by one. eUCP version 2.1, Article E1A. The article says that eUCP supplements UCP 600 to accommodate presentations consisting of electronic records alone or electronic records together with paper documents. What does this mean? The word supplement simply means an addition. It does not replace UCP 600. Instead, eUCP works together with UCP 600. Whenever a presentation contains electronic documents, the additional eUCP rules come into effect.
There are three possibilities. Scenario 1, paper documents only. Commercial invoice, paper. Bill of lading, paper. Packing list, paper. Only UCP 600 applies. Scenario 2, electronic documents only. PDF commercial invoice. Electronic bill of lading. Electronic insurance certificate. Both UCP 600 and eUCP apply. Scenario 3, mixed presentation. Paper bill of lading. PDF commercial invoice. Electronic insurance certificate. Again, both UCP 600 and eUCP apply. So remember, whenever electronic records are presented, eUCP supplements UCP 600.
eUCP version 2.1, Article E1B. eUCP does not automatically apply. The letter of credit must clearly state something like, this credit is subject to UCP 600 and eUCP version 2.1. If this sentence is not mentioned, then eUCP does not apply, even if electronic documents are presented. This is because parties to the letter of credit must agree to use electronic presentations. eUCP version 2.1, Article E1C. The current version is eUCP version 2.1. Every letter of credit should mention the applicable version. For example, this credit is subject to eUCP version 2.1. What if the LC only says, subject to eUCP, but does not mention the version? The rule says, the latest version in force on the date the credit is issued automatically applies. If eUCP is added later through an amendment, then the latest version in force on the date the amendment is accepted by the beneficiary applies. Example. An LC is issued today saying only, subject to eUCP. It does not mention version 2.1. Since version 2.1 is the latest version currently in force, version 2.1 automatically applies. eUCP version 2.1, Article E1D. Even though documents may travel electronically, banks still have physical locations. The letter of credit must mention physical location of the issuing bank, physical location of the nominated bank, physical location of the confirming bank, if different and known. Why is this important? Electronic presentations do not eliminate legal jurisdiction. Each bank still operates from a physical location. This location becomes important for banking operations, legal matters, applicable laws, time zone considerations. What if the LC does not mention the nominated bank's location? The nominated bank must inform the beneficiary of its physical location. When advising the credit, When confirming the credit, or when agreeing to honor or negotiate under a credit available with any bank. Example. Suppose an issuing bank in Dubai issues an eUCP credit. It nominates a bank in Singapore. If the LC forgets to mention the Singapore bank's address, the nominated bank must inform the address to the beneficiary when it advises or confirms the credit or agrees to act under its nomination.
Quick revision. Remember these 4 key points. eUCP is only a supplement to UCP 600. eUCP applies only if the letter of credit expressly states that it is subject to eUCP. If the version is not mentioned, the latest version in force automatically applies based on the issue date, or amendment acceptance date, if applicable. Every eUCP credit must identify the physical location of the issuing bank and, where applicable, the nominated and confirming banks. Now let's test your understanding with some sample questions. Question 1. Which statement best describes the relationship between UCP 600 and eUCP? A. eUCP replaces UCP 600. B. eUCP applies only to standby letters of credit. C. eUCP supplements UCP 600 for electronic presentations. D. UCP 600 becomes invalid when eUCP applies. Answer, C. Question 2. An LC is silent about eUCP but requires documents to be emailed. Which rule applies? A. eUCP automatically applies. B. ISP 98 applies. C. Only UCP 600 applies because the credit does not indicate that it is subject to eUCP. D. URC 522 applies. Answer, C. Question 3. A credit states, this credit is subject to eUCP, but does not specify a version. Which version applies? A. Version 1.0. B. Version 2.0. C. The version selected by the beneficiary. D. The latest eUCP version in effect on the date the credit was issued. Answer, D. Question 4. Which bank's physical location must always be indicated in an eUCP credit? A. Advising bank only. B. Confirming bank only. C. Reimbursing bank only. D. Issuing bank. Answer, D. Question 5. If the physical location of the nominated bank is omitted from the credit, what must happen? A. The credit becomes invalid. B. The beneficiary chooses the location. C. The nominated bank must notify the beneficiary of its physical location no later than advising, confirming, or agreeing to act on its nomination, as applicable. D. The issuing bank must cancel the credit. Answer, C.
If you are looking for professional training for CDCS, CSDG, CITF, ACAMS, CGSS, CCAS examinations, then you can contact Trade Hunt Management on the contact details appearing on the screen right now.
Like, share and subscribe to Talks and Views channel. See you in our next video. Until then, bye for now.